Vlog, welcome back to another one of my videos. So sorry that I did not post last week. I don't really remember why I didn't post. I think it has something to do with like being sad, but like it's fine. Today I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about my birth chart and just kind of like ramble and talk to you guys, just because I feel like I have no friends and I want to talk to people, so I'm gonna talk to you guys. The very first thing, for those of you guys who don't know, Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius right now. Now, you may be asking me, which I know all of you guys are. Julia, hold on. Sorry. That's another thing. Let me just, quick side note, okay? So, I applied to these apartments, and they said that I had a unit. And then I just, for like the past month, have been getting this feeling that like something bad's gonna happen. Like it's like I just felt like we weren't assigned a unit, like in my core. And I kept worrying about it for like a month, and I didn't do anything about it. And so I finally called on Friday. Today's Saturday, so I called yesterday. So I finally freaking called, and they told us that we didn't have a unit, which is crazy because they told us like a month before that we did. Whatever, no big deal. It's a huge deal, actually. Anyways, so I'm freaking out because we would like to move in September, and that was our plan, and now we don't have anywhere to move into. So I forgot where I was going with, so I applied to like a bunch of different apartments. Sorry. Earthquake! Okay, sorry. I applied to a bunch of different apartments, and I just got an email saying that like to fill out the application for one of them. So that's what I was looking at. Anyways, now that I'm done going off on that side tangent, Pluto is in Aquarius, retrograde, right now. Hold on, let me fix my camera. Okay. It's retrograde in Aquarius right now. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, which is probably everyone because I haven't told anyone, Pluto, or Aquarius, is in my second house of self-worth, the body, and work, I think. And I have a 5-planet Aquarius stellium in that house. So over the next 20 years, my life is going to change a lot. Hopefully, I'm a better person, happier, friendlier, more outgoing, more just like happy overall with my life. Yeah, hopefully I'm changed through like inside out. But anyways, so right now I have Chiron in my second house as well, but it's in Capricorn. It's at 28 degrees of Capricorn, and Pluto is retrograde right now at 2 degrees. So it's, I think, conjunct my Chiron, which has to do, since it's in my second house, it has to do with like self-worth, love, work, routine. And for those of you guys that don't know, Chiron is the wounded healer, so it's like the place in your life where you've been hurt. So mine just shows up in the second house of like self-worth and work, routine, etc. Which kind of sucks. Kind of mad my mom birthed me at the time that she did, but also kind of not, because like as much as like I don't like my chart, because it's like, really, bro, really, I like it. Sorry, there were people walking outside the window and I got scared for a sec. Anyways, so as much as I don't like my chart, I kind of like it because like I feel unique. Sorry, I just get excited when I talk about my chart. When I look at my chart, it's very clear that I have issues, but one thing that I can tell about my chart with Pluto passing over all of my Aquarius placements is that by the end of my lifetime, I'm going to be very grown. I'm going to grow a lot in this lifetime, and I'm looking forward to it. As much as I'm kind of like scared, I'm more kind of excited for change, I guess. If you're an astrologer and you're watching this, please reach out to me so that you can give me a birth chart reading, because I love hearing about myself. You'd think that I have like a lot of Leo placements, but I have a lot of Aquarius placements. I just like hearing like how different I am, I guess. I don't like being like your average day Joe. I don't know. I sound so conceited. I don't mean that in a conceited way. It like gives me validation, I guess, when people can confirm how I feel. I'm like, okay, so like, I'm not just crazy. Like, how I feel is like how my birth chart tells me who I am. I don't know. The more I say that, the more I'm kind of like thinking how much I rely on external validation. Not a good thing. Hopefully I can work through that. I'm trying to work through that. Speaking of working through things, I ordered a walking pad off of Amazon. I'm so excited because this is not pretty, hold on. Sorry y'all had to see that. I've been really sad lately because of my weight. I recently got into a relationship with this guy. I know. He's really nice and I like him a lot. And we just tend to socialize and eat a lot. And he's a big guy. He's like 6'4". He eats, like yesterday we went to In-N-Out and he got 3 double doubles, 3 animal fries. And I was like, I wish I had your metabolism. Because like when I see him eating that much, I'm like, bro, I don't want to miss out. Like I have FOMO. I literally have so much FOMO and I don't know what to do about it. Like I wish I could eat 3 cheese fries and 3 burgers, but I can't because I'd gain like freaking 10 pounds. So I have to have more self-control because my metabolism decided to slow down. So yeah, not much I can do about that there. Anyways, I feel like I've just been like word vomiting, but like it's okay because I'm probably gonna watch this back. I don't know. I feel like all of y'all have clicked off by now, so I can just kind of ramble about anything because I know future me in like 10 years is gonna watch this back and be like, that's cool. Like I kind of do these as like little video diaries because I think it's cool. Like I would like to document. The real reason why I kind of do these is because it kind of builds my like self-confidence when I get to like watch myself back and I'm like, you know what, I'm not completely ugly, like I look beautiful. So it kind of builds my self-confidence, but then at the same time I'm also doing this because if I ever die, I want me to be like there. I think I've already said this in like another video, but like I wish that my mom was alive during these times and I wasn't born yet and she had me like right now so that she could do this, because I would love to just like watch videos of her living her life. I'm gonna cry, but I would just love to watch videos of her living her life and see her as a person and understand her struggles and her achievements and things like that. And so I'm doing this for if I have future kids, one, they can look back on who I was and make fun of me, because I know that they're gonna make fun of me for how cringe I am, but you know what, that's okay because I am cringe and I like being cringe because I think it's funny. And like it's also for me, like when I'm an old lady, like to like watch these videos back and learn from them. Like I don't know, I feel like I'm really sad right now, and so I talk about being sad a lot on my channel sometimes because it's just kind of what I'm going through. Like I want to be real, I want to be honest. So I feel like me as an older lady would appreciate me being real and be like, ugh, she shouldn't have been sad, those were the good old days. Which is true, like these are the good old days. My aunt sent me a TikTok and was like, you don't know that you're in the good old days until you're out of the good old days. And most of the time the good old days is like when you're surrounded by people you love, which is so freaking true. Like I'm gonna look back on these years and be like, holy crap, like why was I so sad? I was surrounded by so many people I loved. Like one day when the people I love are gone, I'm like, you know, and like that's another reason why I do these, because I get to document memories of mine with like people that I love, and I get to look back on them one day and be like, oh my god, I was so blessed to have experienced that person in my life. So that's just like another reason why I do this. I don't really remember what I was talking about. I freaking love talking though. Oh, I was talking about my birth chart. So basically Pluto is going to be going through my Venus sign first, then my moon, Then my Mercury and Neptune are on the same degree. So I've like looked into it, and some people say I'm psychic, which I totally believe that I am. It's just like a matter of like trusting myself. Because let me tell you, in the past month, I've had like 3 or 4 like intuition experiences that I've never experienced my intuition as strongly as I have this month. Because like there's a couple instances. I won't get into it right now because like I want to talk about other things, but just know when I say that my intuition, like I have a thought in my head and then bam, it happens. Freaking crazy. Except for like the whole apartment thing, I kind of explained that, like just having like that feeling that like we don't have a unit and something's gonna happen. Like I need to like get in contact with them and make sure we have a unit. Was really weird because they told us we had one, and there's no reason as to why we shouldn't have had one, except for now I know, but back then I didn't know that there was a reason why. But I just had this sinking feeling and just like this gnawing feeling. Like it wasn't, the thing about intuition is that intuition isn't scary. I feel like it's just like this calm, gentle push. Like that's what I'm kind of learning. Like all the times that I've had these intuitive things, it just starts as like a random thought in my head, which also makes it hard because I feel like I think like a lot. Like I think all the time, like new thoughts, bam, 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 bam. So it's hard to tell what's intuition and what's just like a thought, like what I really need to focus on and what is just like whatever. But I feel like me as a person, like I have such like an imaginative mind that when I do get a thought like that, I'm like, oh, I should take precaution, because I imagine what would happen if I didn't take precaution. Usually it's never good. So I always take precaution, which is probably why I have so much anxiety, because I always think of like the bad thing that's gonna happen first if I don't do what my thoughts just told me to do. And not all the time is it like, sometimes it's just my anxieties and sometimes it's intuition. So I've been trying to work on like learning when my intuition is speaking to me and when it's anxiety speaking to me. A lot of the time when I've had intuitive things, like when people talk about sinking feelings, I've only had a sinking feeling when something really bad happened, and I've had that 2 times, and both times were with my best friend. Just both times, like I called her, I had like a sinking feeling and I was like, hey, like you just might want to be careful tonight. Like I don't know why, but I just, every time I think of you, I get a sinking feeling. Like it's not like, don't be scared, but just take extra precaution. Don't do anything stupid, don't do anything dangerous, just, you know. And both times she doesn't listen. She did something dangerous, and I'm not gonna say what because I don't want to like dive into her life, you know, but both times something like bad happened, and luckily not like she wasn't injured, but she definitely could have been injured. So those are the only time where I had like sinking feelings. But most of the time when I get sinking feelings, I feel like it's more anxiety. When I just get a gentle, I'm telling you, all of these intuition things are thoughts, and it's like a gentle push, like, hey, maybe you should do this. I'm like, why not? Like, let's just do it. And then I do it, and then it like, I'm like, whoa, if I had not done that, then something bad could have happened. Anyways, I'm just repeating myself now, so let's move on. So my Mercury and Neptune is going to pass through my Mercury Neptune, and then it's going to pass through my Sun, which the Sun rules like the ego, like your identity. And so I think it's crazy, after all of these like transits, it's going to hit my identity and my ego. After all of them, like my whole identity is going to go through death and rebirth, because that's what Pluto is, the planet of death and rebirth. And so it's like after it goes through my Venus, my Moon, my Mercury, my Neptune, it's gonna hit my Sun, and I'm gonna view life differently, hopefully, and hopefully nothing bad happens. But then again, everything's neutral until you assign it a role, I guess. But I'm excited for the change, and I think I'm so excited for the change because I have things about myself that I want to change right now, but have no motivation, it feels like, to kind of change them. Although I'm taking tiny steps and trying to motivate myself, but it's freaking hard. But just because something's hard doesn't mean that it's impossible, and that's what I need to keep remembering. Okay, I had to take a little break there for a second because I was like just talking and talking and talking. But what else is there to talk about? Oh, I just had a crochet market. It was not a good experience, let me tell you that. I made $8 total, which isn't terrible. For 2 days, for 14 hours, it's kind of bad. But it was a good experience, I guess. I learned from it. Next time I will definitely be purchasing a booth for like a more populated area. Since it was my first market, I didn't want to spend like $200 on a booth fee just in case none of my stuff sold. But I got a lot of people who stopped by and was like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. And then kind of looked at the prices and then was like, okay, looked a little bit and then left, which is okay. I personally think that I price my items on like a little bit of the cheaper side, but I don't know. People have different opinions, and that's okay, but I don't want to undervalue my art, so I'm going to keep the prices as they are, and just keep looking for like more markets that have a higher booth fee, because usually the ones with higher booth fees have more of a turnout, which is why they charge so much for a booth fee. But yeah, so I learned a lot. It was kind of like sad. I was kind of sad, but that's okay. Oh, back to my walking pad exercise. So I ordered a walking pad off of Amazon, and it gets here next Monday in like a week and a half. Yeah. Kind of sad it's not coming earlier, but that's okay. It gives me time to like relax before I gotta get on the grind. No, but I don't want to just jump into it. I'm thinking like at least 10 minutes a day walking on it, like watching a show or doing something, like watching TV, YouTube, whatever. Just to get a little bit of exercise in, just because it's summer and it's really hot outside, and for some reason walking outside when it's super hot is super daunting to me. Like I'd rather walk inside of a cool, calm area like my house, because gyms give me such bad anxiety, especially when I'm already feeling self-conscious about my body. I don't like being in a place where people could look at me and be like, girl, why are you in the gym? Like, you do not look like you belong in a gym. Which maybe that's just like my own thoughts and feelings, and maybe that says a lot about me as a person. Like I wonder if I feel that way because I do that to people subconsciously. Just exposed myself for being a bad person. I don't think I'm a bad person for, like, if that's how I like judge people, I don't think that's a bad person. I think that's just conditioning, because in my heart I know that I don't look at somebody and judge who they are based off of how they look. But maybe I do that, and maybe that's why I'm so self-conscious. Maybe I just need to be more accepting of other people, and I'll be more accepting of myself. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm done talking. I had so much fun talking to y'all, and it was nice kind of just like getting all my thoughts out to like somebody, even though people probably won't watch this, but I'll watch it and it's documented, so that's all that matters. Anyways, I freaking love you guys. If you guys have made it to the end of the video, and even if you didn't, I still love you guys. So yeah, hearts for everyone. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.